My upbringing was very religious. My mum never wore a sheitel, but it wasn't like it is today. First of all, you have to be quiet, not. You have to wear a sheitel, don't. And that sort of thing. So you have to fit into this sort of little box. If you don't cover your hair with a wig, you can look quite cute and trendy with a scarf. Oh my God. You have to have a nice face to do this, don't you? You have to look nice. Oh, I can't wear that. Oh, I look like I'm frying fish or something. I look like I'm making chicken soup. Oh no! Talia, what about the ones that go like that? Oh! I just love it! Do you like this? Oh? If you live in Manchester, you wouldn't take it off. You'd wear that on your head all the time. Geshem, 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 Anglia.
The more religious areas of Jerusalem have strict rules of modesty, dictating not only dress codes, but also the segregation of men and women.
I have been on a road where there's been women on one side and men on the other side. In fact, somebody said to me, if I saw my middle boy in the street when he was in yeshiva, do not hug him, do not go near him. But that's what they're like. You have to really respect them.
Yeshivas are men-only colleges of Jewish learning. Israel has become the place to be for many religious boys from Manchester.
Well, a yeshiva is basically a college where you would spend up to 10 hours a day studying mostly the Talmud and areas of Jewish law. And therefore it sets you up for life because you get a good knowledge before you get married, and then you know how to run your own home, bring up your children, supposedly.
Thousands and thousands of boys are there all learning. In these white shirts, and it's like a uniform with the black suits and the black hats. This is my Gabby's friends from Manchester. Gabby, they're coming here looking for girls, I think.
I've been here since August 29th. I've been in yeshiva here. We start at 7:15. Gabby, we do have a break in the afternoon for about 2 hours.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
It's a solid day.
That's why women don't do things like that. We just make bread. Do you miss Manchester?
I miss the friends that are still there, but I love it in Israel. Absolutely love it here.
We're slowly losing gorgeous boys. It's going to be just me, myself and I.
We'll be back then, don't worry.
It's a new thing now. A boy should go into try and do some learning before university. My youngest one's going in July. We're going to start off for 2 years. Could be 6, could be 7. Gabby asked for a souvenir. I could bring him back a potato cook-up. I don't want to say I'm going to lose my son, because I won't. But a lot can get into the system and they don't come out. The heads of the fish, you have that on Rosh Hashanah. Oh. Parents will see them once or twice a year, or they'll be married. Shidduch, dum, dum, finished.
Joel Lever keeps kosher on his regular visit to Manchester's oldest Jewish bakery.
I don't think there's any chance of my children wanting to go on a yeshiva or a seminary in Israel because we don't live that sort of life.
All right, Mars. Yeah, you're going to make some bread with Emma and Ollie.
My children have been brought up in a kosher home and they're taught everything they need to know about Judaism. As they grow older, then it depends what path they want to take. They might want to go religious and they might want to not be religious.
Okay, get your 3 strands. You do a plait like that, yeah?
Rubbish.
Challah bread defines a Jewish religion. Friday night is nothing without challah bread. I mean, to have a challah on the table is very, very important.
Do I like challah? Do I look like I don't eat bread? I love challah, yeah.
There we go. Lovely fresh challah. I think that understanding the food that's associated with the Jews is very important, but I think more important is understanding the religion. For the non-Jewish person looking into Jewish life, and it must be really, really confusing for them. And I think for a Jewish person being involved in Jewish culture, I think it's just as confusing.
When did you know you wanted to be a master baker?
From about 11.
Yeah.
Right, all to the car. Just have a look in the mirror. She likes what she likes, but at night she gets all her clothes out, don't you? And you lie them all out ready for the next day. She's going to take over Daddy's business, aren't you? Turn round. A lot of Jewish people are in the rag trade because it's inherited, because the parents were in it. So when a lot of the immigrants came to England, they were in the rag trade. I don't really want my kids to follow in my footsteps. I think it'd be a lot easier for them if they had a profession. Yeah, stunning. Well, do you fancy her in it?
I fancy her in a bin bag.
You don't mind me putting my hand up your skirt?
Joel is still getting complaints from the Orthodox community for opening on the Sabbath. He's decided to respond with a letter of his own.
I get these poison pen letters, I get nastiness, and I don't like it, and I've had enough of it. And that is the letter that I've written to the paper. Not nasty, not horrible. It just covers how I feel.
Keeping kosher is a lifetime commitment. Newlands is a Jewish care home, and their kosher credentials are in the hands of part-time Rabbi Zevi Saunders.
My dad is a rabbi. I watched him and followed him around, and people were saying they thought I had the skills, and then I got a job as a junior minister, and I just thought, okay, well, I might as well become a rabbi. Hello, ladies. You all right? Afternoon, Sybil. Hello, Betty. Some rabbis have to do a lot of pastoral work, go visiting people. Some rabbis have to lead the services. Some rabbis don't.
Keeping the kitchen kosher means checking eggs for blood, vegetables for insects, and even lighting the gas.
Yes. Because it is age-old Jewish tradition that Jewish people should cook for Jewish people. Jews do not eat bugs in their fruits or vegetables, so as lettuce is, well, sometimes riddled with little bugs, I'm first of all soaking them in salt water, and then I will inspect it by the sunlight, if there is any left. Maybe that's why Jews love eating more than drinking, because drinking is easy, you just take out a bottle and drink. Whereas here, we have to show love and affection to our food. So far, they're quite clean. First of all, check for dirt at the tops. Oh, that appears to be a small little creature of some sort. Not anything exciting, we've never found a snake or anything. Rabbi's job is to be nosy, stick his nose in, whether it's called for or not, to see how things are really going. So I like to say, as a rabbi, you've got to be a Jacob's ladder kind of a guy. Yes, your head can be in the clouds, but you've got to have your feet firmly on the ground. You live in this world, got to know what's going on. Job done.
For thousands of years, the Word of God has been written down in Torah scrolls and parchments. Even today in Manchester, the work of a scribe is far from obsolete.
The head of the academy in which I was studying gave me an option of the three categories: the scribe, the Jewish slaughterer, and the circumciser. And of course I don't really like the sight of blood, but on the other hand, writing, yes, that sounds very interesting, and yes, I would like to follow that, please. And obviously the rest is history. The whole thing is labour from beginning to end. It makes it of no consequence, because even one letter can invalidate the whole rigmarole. Of course, if it was to become invalid and that person was to wear these tefillin for the next 30, 40, 50 years, then the sin by not having kosher tefillin would not be his fault whatsoever. It would all be my fault. So, as I say, that is a burden which is very, very heavy to carry.
We met in my sister's house, and then we knew it was right, and we got engaged after 2 meetings, 2 days. And we have been married for 34 years, b'li hara. And it couldn't be better.
After having written for 30 odd years, I'm afraid I would need a long time to calculate how many I'd actually written in that time. But suffice to say, many, many hundreds, if not thousands, of mezuzahs over that period of time.
Our youngest son is Zachariah, who's married to Hannah. Our middle son,
I would have liked at least one of the children to have become a scribe, but no, none of them was interested.
and our oldest son is...
The consensus amongst them was that it's too solitary, and they're social creatures, and they felt that it just wasn't for them.
It's Monday morning at the Western Wall in Jerusalem. This is the holiest Jewish